for one fall. And it is an open challenge. So without further ado, introducing the wrestler issuing the challenge.
It is Sunday night in Stratford-Upon-Avon, and tonight phenomenal elite wrestling is off the wall. Dave Bradshaw here with Pete Andrews, and Pete, what a way to start. Two members of the Entitled on their way to the ring, the new women's champion Ivy and Jim Diehard, who's about to issue an open challenge.
An open challenge. I mean, what sort of person is going to accept an open challenge from Jim Diehard? It's the women's champ. Here she is. I'm looking after her stuff. She prefers me, you see.
I'm not sure you had any choice in it. Jim Diehard, very much the enforcer of the Entitled. Who on earth is going to accept this open challenge? You have to have some pretty strong will to do this.
Well, I've got a surprise for you. I put your name forward earlier on. Don't know if it's been accepted, but your name is in the hat.
I respectfully withdraw.
Oh.
It wouldn't surprise me if no one came out.
Yeah, there's not going to be a huge queue of people signing up for this one, that's for sure.
Introducing the wrestler who has answered the challenge.
There is someone.
Is there, though? I'm still not sure anyone's coming out here.
I think you're up, Dave.
Now, hold on. I recognise that music.
He wouldn't have accepted this, surely.
Oh, my goodness!
He has?
It's Toby Valentine! Toby Valentine, the young powerhouse from the West Country. And if anybody on the P.E.W. roster can take the fight to someone with the sheer power, raw strength of Jim Diehard, it's got to be Valentine.
Well, yeah, he's hell of a competitor, but Jim Diehard's on another level of domination. We've seen it every month in P.E.W.
Valentine introducing himself to everyone. And what a great ovation here for Toby Valentine. Farm strong indeed, corn-fed, I would say. Toby Valentine, and ready to roll here against the man who's eaten his share of corn on the cob in his time. I heard that Jim Diehard eats at least 3 farm animals for breakfast.
He certainly does, and this is someone else he's going to eat for breakfast. Diehard is already got this in the bag.
Well, the ring moved a couple of inches to the right with the impact as Valentine hit the corner there, and you might be right. Diehard might be about to end this early.
I truly think Diehard thought he was going to have the night off. I don't think he expected anyone to accept the challenge, and it would have been a wise move not to.
Well, we'll see. Valentine clearly got plenty of courage to come in here against the much more experienced veteran of the UK scene, Jim Diehard. Well, Valentine scoops him up. What power from Farm Strong, Toby Valentine.
That was impressive. I will give Valentine that. That's not something you see every day. Jim Diehard leaving his feet.
Valentine is fired up here. And Diehard, I think, has been taken by surprise at the explosive offense of Valentine.
He's got 10 seconds. It's a wise move. Get out of the ring, take a breather, get your win back.
Maybe this is some inexperience showing from Valentine, but if I was Valentine, I'd get out there.
You'd have to. You have to stay on Die Hard. You cannot give him any time.
Valentine's got the crowd chanting for Die Hard to get back in, but yeah, finally he's going to try and force the issue.
There he does, done his arse. He's back in the ring.
He's given up the high ground and almost Die Hard got the elbow, but Valentine, I think, was smart enough to know that was coming, moved out of the way.
Yeah, I'll give Valentine that. That was a smart move. You don't often outthink Die Hard, but he did it there.
It is, of course, a big night for the entitled. The self-proclaimed tag team champions are going to, quote-unquote, defend the titles against the real champions, the Rebellion, plus, of course, Martin Kirby defending the P.E.W world title against the heavyweight House of Pain Sticks a little bit later on.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. That is going to be hell of a matchup. But hopefully Jim Die Hard can keep the momentum going for the entire that's been going on the last few months.
It's an electric atmosphere here in Stratford, as it always is when P.E.W comes to town.
Yeah, absolute sellout here in Stratford-Upon-Avon. Or Stratford-Upon-Avon, I think it's pronounced.
I think you're wrong.
Oh.
Valentine trying to find a way out of this wrist lock from Die Hard. See, Die Hard, I think, is just trying to slow this down a little bit. Try and take some of the air out of the wings, so to speak, of this young man who's come out here very motivated as Valentine to get what would be, surely, one of the biggest wins of his career.
It'd be a huge win. Anyone that can take it to Jim Die Hard is impressive, let alone beating him. Obviously, the match isn't over yet, but the longer it goes, you've got to think it might favour Valentine.
Well, a side headlock applied here by Die Hard, and you might be right, Pete, because you do get the impression, as I just said as well, that Die Hard is trying to really slow this down, and maybe he's thinking this is going to take a little bit longer than he'd planned, so he's trying to pace it a little bit. There's a leapfrog and a second one from Valentine, and he takes Die Hard off his feet.
Again, not something that happens easily. Jim Die Hard does not leave his feet.
I think this is the most number of times that Die Hard in any of his P.E.W appearances has been taken off his feet.
Completely.
Oh my goodness, but look at that strength. Look at that strength from Die Hard.
If Die Hard isn't dangerous enough with the wrestling moves he uses, using the ring as a weapon at the same time just shows how experienced he is and how cunning he is. Great move.
Women's champion Ivy very happy with what she's seeing at the moment from Die Hard.
Yeah, that's got to be great support at ringside, having someone like Ivy cheering you on. You've got to appreciate that.
The advantage it gives to Die Hard, of course, is that you never know when Ivy's going to try and cheat.
Well, we've seen none of that. That's quite a statement to make there, Dave. She's been nothing but, supportive. That is it.
Oh, really? What's happening right now?
Well, what's happening right now is the referee shouting at Jim Die Hard. I don't know why.
Well, you missed what was going on elsewhere. Sometimes I wonder if you deliberately miss things. Ivy choking out Valentine, and
when was that? Like last show or something?
No, it's literally seconds ago. Oh, and Valentine again sent hard into that corner.
The rate this match is going, we're not going to have a ring left for the rest of the event.
Again, I don't think Die Hard or even probably the P.E.W management team were expecting a match to even take place here, so they probably thought it was safe to send Die Hard out here first, but yeah, this ring is taking almost as much of a battering as Valentine is right now.
Quite right, and matches for Jim Die Hard don't normally go this long. He's normally got the win in the bag by now.
Oh, goodness me, what a clubbing blow that was. I thought it was going to be a clothesline, but in the end he just kind of clobbered him with that huge right arm.
Yeah, anything that works from Die Hard. He's not a finesse man, but when he does hit you, you know about it, that's for sure.
Well, that was an illegal choke, and he had to break it before the count of 5, which he did. Still trying to just squeeze the air here. Get out of Valentine, cut off that oxygen supply to the brain.
That'll happen quickly with Die Hard as well. He's a big man, all that weight on you, you're going to lose your breath very quickly.
Having that arm wrapped around your throat like a boa constrictor. But Valentine is trying with what remaining shreds of consciousness he has left to get to his feet. He's managed to free himself. How much fight has Valentine got? Oh my goodness. Runs into the elbow, and that might be all she wrote.
Yeah, you could see how winded he was there when he was running towards those ropes. He was had a little misstep, and I just think that's exhaustion setting in.
This must be one of the hardest hitting matches that Valentine's ever been in, because again, this early on in his career, I'm sure it's going to be a great career, but he will have been in there with very, very few opponents, if any, like Jim Diehard.
Yeah, there's no one quite like Jim Diehard. He is an absolute bruiser, and everything he does, even the little things, hurts 10 times more than it would from anyone else.
Even the noise from that chop just reverberating around the Shottery Memorial Hall. Diehard's going to do it again.
Jim Diehard's such a giving wrestler as well. He's taking Valentine to every corner so every fan can witness these great chops.
Well, every fan's witnessing this from Valentine, who goes to the run and he runs into another elbow. Another elbow.
Every time Valentine comes back with something, Diehard has an answer. That's that veteran instinct of Diehard. He's got an answer for everything. It's incredible to see.
Well, I heard Ivy saying to the referee there that the referee should call this thing off out of the interests of Valentine's health, and I think that might have been wishful thinking from the women's champion, but on the other hand, she may have a point, because Valentine seems almost unable to defend himself.
Yeah, he looks dead on his feet right now.
Big body slam, and as you said, every one of those moves so much more powerful when it comes from someone like Diehard, who goes for the win and nearly got it.
Definite slow count there from the referee. I think Ivy's right on that one.
Diehard has had some success, though, in slowing down the tempo of this match, and now he's going to try and stretch out Valentine, forcing a submission, he hopes, with the abdominal stretch.
Beautiful move. A move as old as time.
Now look at this. Look at Ivy. Look at Ivy. Ivy giving that extra leverage advantage to Diehard. Referee didn't see it.
There was nothing to see, I don't think.
Well, you never think there's anything to see when some rule breaking goes on. Are you seeing it now? Look at it this time.
One of the cameramen is just sort of in my way there.
Right in front of your face.
I can't catch what was going on.
And a third time, Ivy. And this time, caught red-handed. Referee forcibly breaks it up with a hip toss. Valentine, after the referee caught them halfway through committing the crime, may have turned the advantage here right towards Valentine. Valentine with the suplex, and there are not many men who can do that to Jim Diehard.
That could have been a first. Someone throwing Diehard
He'll try for the
way.
win here, and he'll almost get it, but the right shoulder comes up. Diehard stays alive.
Yeah, this is where Diehard gets uncomfortable. When he's thrown around, when he's suplexed, he's not used to it. So you need to keep on him when you get these advantages.
Crowd here are starting to believe that Valentine could pull off the upset against Diehard, but maybe not, because there's a spine buster.
Heavy, heavy spine buster as well. You'll notice that Diehard doesn't go to his knees or drop down with his spine buster, so his opponent has further to fall to do that extra bit of damage.
Oh, that's a big back body drop, though, from Valentine.
Yeah, had that powerbomb hit, that would have been the match over. But Valentine needs to keep on Diehard. He cannot give him a chance.
But Ivy, hang on, what's Ivy doing? Ivy getting involved here where she has no place doing so. Valentine distracted as a low blow from Diehard. Referee didn't see it, and now the powerbomb.
There it is.
Diehard's going to make the cover, and surely, yes, Jim Diehard picks up the win. Ivy's delighted, and Diehard has won his open challenge.
Diehard set the momentum there for the entitled for the rest of the evening.
Toby Valentine fought valiantly. In the end, it was not enough. The interference from Ivy, the difference maker. Ivy pleased with herself, as she so often is. She has helped the entitled Jim Diehard to a victory here in the opener and Off the Wall. A warm welcome for Simon Hill. As Sarah said, newest member of our announce team, and Simon Hill going to join Sarah inside the ring.
Thank you, Sarah. Hello. How are we doing, Stratford? Are you enjoying the show so far? Good, good, good. Right, so I've been told to come out here to address something very important. First of all, I'd like to introduce someone who should have had an opportunity this evening, but unfortunately Ruby Radley couldn't be here. She wasn't medically cleared. So I'd like to introduce Laurie to the ring, who's going to address that whole situation.
And it is quite the situation, because this was supposed to be the second semi-final in the Fallen Angel Championship tournament. Unfortunately, as we just heard from Simon Hill, Ruby Radley unable to compete. She's not medically cleared, so well, I guess we'll wait to see what Simon has to say, but it looks like there may be a clear path for Laurie to the final.
Quite right. Or was Ruby Radley scared? Did she not want to go up against Laurie? I wouldn't blame her.
Really? That's your take?
I think that's a very wise take. Would you want to get up against Laurie? I certainly wouldn't.
Well, look, Laurie is, briefly, I thought, the beginnings of a smile on her face, which should be the first time ever. And Laurie posing for the crowd here. Jim Diehard thought he was going to have a quiet night at the office, and it looks like Laurie might. We'll see.
Well, quite right.
Now, Laurie, I know we have a pass, but I'm going to try and do this as simple as possible. Now, you should have had a match tonight against Ruby Radley in the Fallen Angels tournament. Now, you haven't got a match this evening. Ruby Radley can't be here. She's not medically cleared. You get an automatic pass, though. However, you won't be competing here this evening.
Now, Simon, you are going to listen to me right now. Shut your mouth, listen. When I talk, you shut your mouth. I didn't come all this way to where the hell we actually are. To not have a match. Right? So, but before I actually say something, why don't you just get the hell out of my ring right now? Now!
Well, Simon Hill's new here, but he's learning quickly. That was a smart decision.
We done this years ago. The very first time, you remember this. When I'm in the ring, you stay out there. I didn't come all this way to not have a match. This is not how I do things, and this is not, you know, how I want to send you home, right? So, whoever is out there in the back, I'm going to beat someone up right now. So whoever's in the back, better come out here, show some guts, and fight me. Right now!
Well, we were kind of right. Laurie could have had the night off, but that's not really in her nature. Laurie lives to fight. And much as we had an open challenge from Jim Diehard, we've got really an impromptu one here from Laurie.
I was going to suggest you again, Dave.
Oh, wait. It's Ruby, not Ruby Radley, but Ruby.
Yeah, we saw her at last month's show.
Ruby gonna challenge Laurie. Laurie's already got her bye through to the final, but Ruby is nonetheless gonna come and try and make a statement here against Laurie. This is a mistake though, because Laurie is a dangerous, dangerous woman.
Very dangerous. Yeah, very gutsy move here from Ruby. Way to make yourself famous is getting in there and potentially beating Laurie.
A lot of support here for Ruby as she expresses her gratitude to the crowd. Again, we will find out if this is brave or foolhardy on the part of Ruby as we get underway here momentarily.
Yeah, quite right. So the final is set. And what?
We do have a match between Laurie and Ruby. This match is scheduled for one fall. And can only be won by people or submission. Introducing first, from Germany, Germany's best kept secrets, Laurie. And her opponent, from British Columbia, Canada, Ruby!
Well, the introductions out of the way. It's going to be Ruby against, as we heard, Germany's best kept secret. And I'm sure there's plenty of members of our women's division. Oh. And maybe Simon Hill as well as people in the women's division who wish that she'd stayed a secret because Laurie has been absolutely dominant since she has been here in P.E.W.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a bit more than crowd support for Ruby to take Laurie down, but stranger things have happened.
I was going to say, if this was just down to a public vote, then Ruby would win it in record time. But unfortunately for Ruby, that's not how these things work.
Most definitely. And what a final we've now got set in the Fallen Angel tournament. Laurie versus LA Taylor.
Yeah, that's going to be a match for the ages next time. We are back here in Stratford-Upon-Avon on July the 30th. Make sure you join us then if you possibly can. But what would it mean, though, for Laurie if she were to lose here to Ruby psychologically going into that enormous match for the Fallen Angel Championship against LA Taylor?
That would be a huge loss mentally for Laurie. Obviously, it's going to take something special from Ruby to beat Laurie. But yeah, if Ruby does manage to win, surely she's in the conversation to make that triple threat potentially.
Laurie having something of a stare down with the official, who refuses to be intimidated, or at least to show it outwardly.
He's a braver man than me.
Ruby again getting the crowd on side, but it does seem to be agitating Laurie, and maybe that's part of the plan.
Yeah, I think that's what you've got to do. You've got to use the mental games against Laurie. You're not going to outpower her. Yeah, this might have backfired for Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby shoved back into the corner. Gonna try and follow in, but Ruby goes to the ropes, ducks a clothesline from Laurie. This pace quickening, and that might suit Ruby, or maybe not, because she gets caught in mid-air.
With ease.
Laurie tying her upside down, a very vulnerable position for Ruby to be stuck in.
This is not where Ruby wants to be, and look at this, Laurie bending the neck and back area there.
Referee giving to the count of 5 for Laurie to break the hold, so inevitably and characteristically she broke it at about 4.9.
Yep, she's playing by the rules and you love to see it.
Barely within the parameters of the rules.
Look, helping Ruby down.
Yes, what a humanitarian. Remember the Fallen Angel Championship tournament in honor of the late, great Nancy Benoit. And as you said, Pete, we now know the final is set for July 30th. Main event of our next show here in Stratford-Upon-Avon, Laurie versus LA Taylor.
An absolute dream match that. Cannot wait to see that one. Really excited by it.
We had LA Taylor, of course, on our preview show for
this
event last week, and Taylor was saying that she didn't really have a preference between whether she faced off against Laurie or Ruby Radley in the final. We now know it's going to be Laurie, of course, but I wonder, with no disrespect to Ruby Radley, I don't know if anybody could possibly have wanted to face Laurie, because as we've seen, as we're seeing here, or I thought we were seeing here, I was about to say Laurie has been dominant every time she's been here, but hang on now. Ruby with the elbow to the face, and a high kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the wisest move to want to wrestle Laurie, but at the same time, you get a win over her. That puts you in the conversation for future championship title matches, for sure.
And she tried to pick up the win there and able to get a 2.
It was definitely a valiant attempt, but is that all it's going to take now? Is Laurie now going to have the advantage for the rest of the match? We'll have to wait and see, but it's not looking good for Ruby.
Got the double underhook here as Laurie. She planning, gonna pick her up and drop her down hard on her back. Laurie with the pin and a kick out by Ruby.
Yeah, that was a big, big shot from Laurie there. Ruby took a lot to kick out of that, but she did it. I've got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah, big respect there to Ruby to be able to kick out.
2, 3, 4.
Referee's up to a count of 8. Ruby gets to her feet, is able to answer that 10 count. Otherwise, Laurie would have won by technical knockout there, but got the split legs involuntarily by Ruby, who's able to duck the leg though. The roll up on Laurie had a rolled up tight, still only got 2, but now going for the backslide.
Yeah, that was an impressive way to
nearly got her again.
Get out of that maneuver doing the splits. I used to do that in my day, you know.
Laurie, big, explosive suplex, popping those hips and using that raw power to again take Ruby down.
Every time Ruby hits some big move of offense, Laurie comes back with one more maneuver that just takes Ruby down. It's so impressive.
Referee again with the count on Ruby, who again answered the count. Keeps on coming back for more punishment, does Ruby, but is that smart?
Well, it's obviously not smart, but I cannot discount her for the heart she's displaying tonight. It's impressive. But, yeah, it's only a matter of time, I think, now.
Come on, Ruby, show up. Come on, Ruby.
Ruby again fighting back. Where is she getting all this energy from?
It's impressive for sure, but she needs to keep it coming.
Well, Laurie wanted an opponent tonight. She insisted on having a fight, and she's got one here as she backs Ruby into the corner. Oh God, what a boot to the face.
Amazing.
And an intense glare in the eyes of Laurie, who I think is getting irritated that Ruby has managed to hang on in there for this long, but it could be over, and it is. Oh, surely it is. Yeah, surely it is.
Seen her put many a competitor away with that Death Valley driver.
Yeah, you could count to 100 there. Laurie is headed to the finals. Message sent to LA Taylor for July 30th here in Stratford-Upon-Avon as Laurie and Taylor will compete for the right to be the first ever Fallen Angel champion here in P.E.W. Supposed to be about to head for a singles match, but our ring announcer Sarah been interrupted, and that I think, yes it is, that is the music, and that is the man, the heavyweight House of Pain Styx, who's supposed to be in our main event later. Yeah. He's going to challenge the P.E.W. World Champion, Martin Kirby.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt the show. I just thought it's my first time here. I wanted to come out and get to know you guys. Is that all right? Yeah! Got a few questions. Number 1, everyone had a good weekend? Yeah! Number 2, you enjoying the show so far? Yeah! Now, 2 very important questions. Are you sick of Martin Kirby being the phenomenal elite wrestling champion. Final question, I promise, and then I'll stop holding up the show. Who would like the main event title match to happen right now?
I'm up for that.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, P.E.W.
Sounds unanimous.
So Ryan Kirby's backstage, hopefully shining up that belt for me. Let's see if he has the, what's that word? I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of words you could use for him, it's a PG show. So let's say grapefruits to come out here right now and take the challenge.
Well, it's the obstacle, of course, because I don't know if Martin Kirby does have the proverbial grapefruits to accept Styx's challenge.
He's a fighting champion. We hear his music playing right now. Styx seeming very entitled, don't you think?
Speaking of entitled, the leader of the entitled, the P.E.W. World Champion, and apparently he's at least going to come out here and respond to Styx's challenge to bring forward that World Championship match, but will he say yes or no?
And that goes for you as well, Styx. Did I hear correctly? You want the main event title match right now? Right now!
He heard correctly.
You want to see the title match right now?
Not overly fair, though, is it?
Why not?
Seems.
Well, unlucky, because it ain't happening right now. You see this here, Styx? This means, round here, I call the shots. Because I'm the champion.
Unbelievable. The ego on this man, ridiculous.
I'm not a chicken. I'm not a chicken at all. You see, Styx, as great as you are, and trust me, you are great. You've beaten people up and down this country, year in and year out. But last time I checked, this is your first time in phenomenal elite wrestling. And I think you are entitled to a main event title match right now. Have you not seen, since me and my elite group have been in charge of this company, attendances have grown show after show after show. So regardless of what you want, Styx, just like all these ugly morons in the crowd, you and every one of them are going to have to wait till the end of the night. Goodbye.
Since when did Martin Kirby get to make the call?
Because he's the champ, he's the main event. He wants to be in that main event, he deserves it.
Guys, show of hands. Put your hands up if you knew Martin Kirby would come out and give that response.
Dave, put your hand down.
Has gone up over the last few months because people have been going home and telling their friends to come along to the show so they can watch you lose. Is that right, P.E.W? But as always, the same old with Martin Kirby. Big mouth, small balls. So P.E.W, if you want to chant something, I think that's a great one. Big mouth, small balls. Big mouth, small balls. Big mouth, small balls. Big mouth, small balls.
Kirby doesn't like that at all. Look at the look on Martin Kirby's face.
It's not overly PG though, is it? Disgusting mouth fans here.
Nobody calls me small balls.
That is true. I've heard him not let people say that.
Grapefruits, damn it! And you want a title match? Well, you're going to get one, and you're going to regret asking for it.
Are we on?
Looks like it's on.
It looks like Martin Kirby has been drawn into this. In the end, Styx getting his way. I think it's happening right now.
Looks that way. We're going to get the official announcement.
This is a singles match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the P.E.W World Championship. Introducing to my left, the challenger from Nottingham. He is the heavyweight House of Pain, Styx. Introducing your current defending P.E.W World Champion. Representing the title from First North Yorkshire, P.E.W Martin Kirby.
I'm still in shock here. We're about to have our P.E.W World title match right here, right now. We don't have to wait. You okay, Pete?
I'm just trying to work out what this crowd, where they've picked up this foul language from.
Since when are you the morality police?
That's right, yes. But yeah, this is an impromptu main event here, mid-show.
Well, look at that early exchange from that first lockup. Styx showing just exactly how strong he is, and the look on Martin Kirby's face told a story of 1,000 words, because Kirby realizing it could all come crashing down for his world title reign right here, right now.
Well, definitely unfair advantage here against Kirby. He thought he still had an hour or so's preparation time, but not to be. But he's a fighting champion.
Yeah.
He's agreed to the match.
I thought he's supposed to be entitled. I thought he's supposed to be the best in the world.
Well, he is, and that's why he deserves that main event slot.
Well, this could be a preview of what would be the official state of affairs here in P.E.W in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen one big win from a member of the Entitled with Jim Diehard earlier.
You got a big mouth, Kirby.
By the way, something of an irony there that a member of the Entitled getting annoyed when someone else steals a championship belt, but we'll put that to one side.
It's a very musical crowd in tonight, isn't it?
I think they're quite tuneful.
Well, yeah.
Excellent lyrics as well.
I'm looking forward to the radio edit. That's a bit blue for me.
There's a kick from Kirby, who is very sly, he's very cunning, is our champion. You've got to say that for him.
Oh, completely. He's a thinking man's wrestler, is Martin Kirby. He put that amazing group, the Entitled, together, and he knows what he's doing in that ring. He's not the champion, but by fluke reasons.
The shoulder block, and a shoulder block from Styx in response. And again, a signal of the differential here. In terms of power, Kirby's ended up on the shoulders of Styx. Styx asking if the crowd want him to put Kirby down. Kirby escapes out the back door, ducks a clothesline, and a big boot from Styx.
Yeah, you're saying it right. Styx is a powerhouse, but what...
This is where you count with me, okay?
Up to 5. I know that's as high as you can count, but we're up to 9.
Not 10, not 10.
Yeah. Rolled out of the way, did Kirby.
Yeah, what I was going to say a minute ago is what Kirby maybe lacks in power compared to Styx. He has the smarts, he has the ring smarts, and that was a prime example of it.
It wouldn't surprise me if Kirby gets himself counted out here to save his championship. He's right in front of us here, and
would be a very smart move on his part, I believe.
Kirby is on a count of 4, I think, almost now from the referee. Styx has seen enough. He knows he can't win the world title by count out.
Kirby's definitely got an unfair advantage against him. Not only is Styx attacking him, he's got the crowd attacking him at the same time.
Kirby got back in the ring and he was able to attack Styx. As Styx rolled under the bottom rope, that's given Kirby the advantage back his way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Thinking man's wrestler is Martin Kirby, and that's absolute proof of it.
Kirby's got caught here, though, by Styx. Styx has got him up.
It's actually scary how easily Styx can do that as well.
Like he's playing with his dinner before he eats it. Styx could be moments away from becoming the second ever P.E.W. World Champion.
Yeah, if anyone can beat Kirby, Styx is in with probably the best chance of anyone who's competed for it.
Styx with a big body slam, hurling the world champion across the ring.
Yeah, that was huge. That wasn't just a normal standing body slam. He launched him across the ring. Unbelievable power.
Styx lines him up and Kirby escaping. He knew what was coming.
Ring smarts, that's exactly what that is. Ring smarts, know where you are at all times.
Well, one man's ring smarts is another man's cowardice, but we'll go with your more...
You know what? I wasn't warmed up. I wasn't ready for this. I don't care. Just count me out, I'll stay the champion. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Kirby's going to walk out of here, is he?
He'll walk out as a champion, though. You've got to give him that.
So you're condoning it? Walking out on a main event when you're the world champion?
Well, it's meant to be in the main event, but we're here mid-show. Kirby deserves better.
Well, Kirby's gone. Kirby's gone. I think Styx is asking the fans if they want him to go find the champion.
Hopefully Kirby's jumped in his car already.
Big mouth, small balls until I get back.
Well, Styx is going on the hunt.
The language of these fans, unbelievable.
If I was Martin Kirby, I would be hiding in a toilet somewhere because Styx is going to search every inch of this building until he finds the P.E.W. World Champion. Oh, he's got him!
Behind us!
Styx is behind us!
He's got him by the nose, Dave.
Styx with a right hand, the elbow to the face of Martin Kirby. Well, Styx did search around the whole building, and he's found Kirby. And now he's going to forcibly return him to the ring. Oh, Kirby, though, sends Styx face first into the steel ring post.
That was impressive work from Kirby there, using the ring to his advantage.
Kirby demanding that the referee start a count. And he might get to 10 because Styx has got to be unconscious after the way his skull impacted with that steel ring post.
Yeah, that echoed around the arena. I mean, we were right by it, and it was just such a thud. He's got to be out cold. Quite a slow count from the referee by the sounds of things.
Well, he's up to a count of 5. Styx is moving, but he just tried to pull himself up and wasn't able to do it. And now we're up to 7.
Yeah, this is it. He's done for, I think.
8.5 here. Styx, can he make it? He's on his feet and he's in the ring. The match continues.
A lesser competitor would have lost by a count out there, but that does show the heart of Styx.
Kirby, though, finding a new gear, a new level of viciousness. His anger boiling over, but his plan to win this by countout didn't come to fruition.
This is where Kirby is so good when he gets that fire lit behind him. He is unstoppable, and he is not happy.
And for all of the shenanigans, for all of the rule breaking, when Martin Kirby is in a mood like this, he is a very, very dangerous competitor. Look what he's done here. He's removed the padding from that steel turnbuckle.
He's told the ref, though, he said that's come loose.
Oh, Kirby's got his wrist tape, and he's choking Sticks. Kirby is choking Sticks. Turn around, ref.
Messing with that turnbuckle.
Referee didn't see a thing. The referee didn't see a thing.
Crowd chanting cheater when all I saw was Kirby tell the ref that turnbuckle pad had come loose.
This is the man who represents us as our world champion.
Yeah, he does, Dave. You're very right. What a guy.
A few minutes ago, you were criticising everyone else's morals. I don't see you criticising Martin Kirby.
Martin Kirby's our champion. He deserves our respect, Dave.
It might not be for much longer because Sticks with the roll-up. The schoolboy roll-up from Sticks, and it's good for 2.5. Sticks now going to look for a backslide. Drops down to his knees. The shoulders of the champion are down. Did he? No. No.
Very close. This is where that power advantage of Sticks comes into play.
Oh, backbreaker by the heavyweight House of Pain.
Yeah, that's a huge backbreaker. The fans are firmly behind Sticks as well. Kirby has got to think fast, get that advantage back.
Sticks with the Irish whip, sends Kirby into the corner. The champion reeling once again, but he moved out of the way. Sticks was able to put the brakes on, luckily for him. The elbow goes up. Kirby went jaw first into that elbow of Sticks. Sticks getting up ahead of steam, and Kirby dropped down low, saw the crossbody coming, and in the process may have saved his championship.
Smart wrestler Kirby, he's seen and done it all the tricks of the trade he knows.
Baseball slide from Kirby. He's again, I think, going to try and win this by count out.
Win's a win, a count out, there's no shame in that.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that. Kirby prepared to try and win this without getting a pinfall or submission, but I guess that is his right as champion, but he's followed Sticks out here. Sticks has rolled back in.
Yeah, Sticks trying to get away from Kirby as best he can, but Kirby's on him, he's on his man.
Elbow to the back of the head from Kirby, and that aggression from Kirby, that ruthlessness rearing its head again. And again,
these
Kirby,
turnbuckle pads, they're very slippy, aren't they?
Same tactic. He's got the wrist tape again. Again, the referee distracted. Referee is choking out, or rather Kirby, excuse me, is choking out Sticks.
You have to give Kirby credit. The title could be at ringside, but he's doing it all himself. Shows the champion he is.
Again, for the second time, referee didn't see a thing, and it may have got Kirby a crucial advantage. This time the referee does see it, and he had to break before the count of 5, but he did so.
He did. Kirby will play by the rules. He's a champ's champ. And the crowd applauded him for it as well.
I think you might have misinterpreted what the crowd are doing.
Yeah, again, one of those turnbuckles has come loose. The ring crew have not done a good job today.
How many times is the referee? Oh, referee sees it. The third time of asking, he sees it, and Sticks takes the champion by surprise, and he was a quarter of a second away from making history.
Yeah, Kirby being admonished for picking up litter there, but hardly seems fair.
Kirby, what a leapfrog, what agility from Sticks. Again, the pace quickening on this time.
This is what makes Sticks so scary to me, is he's so powerful, but there he was so quick at the same time. That is a devastating combination.
Sticks got the better of it as the pace went up a couple of notches, and now Sticks going to continue this onslaught against Kirby. He's up on the middle turnbuckle, and Sticks with a shoulder block almost took Kirby out of his boots.
Yeah, that was hell of a shoulder block.
He's hooked the outside leg. Oh, and again, that close, an inch, 2 inches maximum from the referee's hand. hitting the canvas a third time.
Yeah, that would have been it for a lesser competitor, but our world champion is the champion for a reason. He's got a lot of heart, a lot of fight. And he kicked out of that huge, huge shoulder block.
Styx is waiting, biding his time. Martin Kirby barely knows where he is.
Yeah, he's staggered.
Here comes he's looking for the spear. Kirby got the foot up. Went for the enziguri, Styx ducked it, and now Styx gonna roll him up again. Can he get him this time? No. How many times is that now that Styx has been within a half a second of becoming the world champion?
Yeah, many big chances from Styx, but not enough to put Kirby away.
Sweeps the leg, though, of the champion. The crowd wants Styx to do it.
No, come on, Styx. There's no need for this.
Styx. He's got the leg of Kirby. And Martin Kirby may not be having any mini Kirbys in the immediate future.
Yeah, that is a real shame that Styx has to stoop to that sort of level to beat the champ.
You can hear what the crowd's chanting. I think they might have got a bit smaller still now. Oh, Kirby using the referee as a human shield, and then he sweeps the leg of Styx away.
The referee getting in the way. Kirby just tried to move him out so he could see what Styx was up to.
The boot and a face buster from Kirby.
Oh, he got all of that.
He did. The face of Styx going onto the canvas hard, but still the challenger hangs in there. And Martin Kirby is in one of the battles of his career here to hold on to the P.E.W. World Championship.
Yeah, this championship means everything to Kirby, but it also means everything for all the challenges he's had for it. And Styx is probably the most willing challenger we've had. He is not giving up.
Now what's this? Kirby's got hold of that championship belt. If he uses that belt as a weapon, he'll get disqualified, which, again, maybe that's Kirby's plan, because he'll hold on to the championship if he loses by disqualification. Referee finally able to just get that championship belt out of the hands of Kirby. Styx for a spear!
Huge
big spear from Styx! Referee finally sees it! Has he done enough? Has he done enough? No, he hasn't! That delay was, oh my goodness, that was critical.
That was a critical moment there. I will give Styx that. He could have had that match won there. And the crowd still firmly behind him, but he's given Kirby a bit of time to recuperate. You don't want to do that.
Kirby able to use his feet to push Styx away. Styx inadvertently hitting the referee there. Referee took a bit of a fall. Styx checking on the referee. Kirby with the championship belt. What was that? Kirby's making the cover. Styx is unconscious.
Will the referee notice him?
Referee is coming too. Styx is out of it. No, not like this. Not like this. No, not like this. Not like this.
Yeah, that could have been it. A lesser man, that would have been it. But Styx still got some fight in him. Unbelievable scenes here tonight.
What a match this is. Two of the UK's absolute finest battling it out for the biggest prize in all of P.E.W.
Kirby's clearly worried now, but he's got to keep his cool if he's going to beat Styx and retain his championship.
He's going to try and level him with that belt again. Styx doesn't know that it's coming. Oh, yes, he does. Styx has got him. What's he doing? He's turning over the legs. Styx is going to try and force a submission. Styx with a sharpshooter. The sharpshooter on Martin Kirby.
Center of the ring. Kirby doesn't have the reach to get to those ropes.
Yeah, you're right. Kirby's nowhere near. Kirby's nowhere near the ropes. That was Riley Nova. Riley Nova from the Entitled. And Nova deliberately gets Kirby disqualified to save the championship. Here comes Brady Phillips and Ivy as well. It is a mugging, an absolute mugging by the Entitled.
Yeah, Styx trying to steal that championship. The Entitled did what they had to do.
Oh, shot with that baseball bat from Ivy. grotesque, absolutely grotesque from the entitled. Martin Kirby was on the brink of losing the P.E.W championship. He knows it, all of the entitled know it. And Kirby, courtesy of a run-in and then a gang assault from the entitled, has clung on by the tips of his fingers to the P.E.W World Championship.
But Kirby there, holding the championship high. Yes, it was a disqualification, but he is still the P.E.W World Champ.
I have no words to describe my feelings, and I'm sure the feelings of almost everyone here in Stratford towards the entitled. That was absolutely vile to interrupt an instant classic of a World Championship match to, in the most cowardly way possible, save the World Championship for Martin Kirby. Very much the alpha of the women's division here in P.E.W. She's already made her presence felt here tonight. Ivy on her way to the ring for her first defence of the women's title. And Pete, we've been joined by our new colleague Simon Hill. Simon, welcome to the announce booth. And this could be a baptism of fire with Ivy out here.
Absolutely, thank you so much for having me, and you're absolutely right. Obviously Ivy broken out from that tag team Pretty Little Killers with Ruby Radley, and she's done nothing but dominate ever since.
The circumstances in which Ivy won the women's title were, of course, controversial. We will see if in a one-on-one match, which she hasn't actually had with the championship on the line yet, whether she can get the job done. And I noticed, by the way, Pete, no other members of the entitled are out here.
Well, the entitled need each other, but they don't need to be out with each other. They can get the job done themselves. We've seen that this evening.
Have we?
We certainly have. Jim Diehard, dominant win. Martin Kirby, still the champ, technically.
Because I'm a champion, not a cheater.
And here comes the challenger, her debut in P.E.W, the bad girl, Chantal Jordan.
Someone I know very well, someone who I also announced on Friday, Chantel from Birmingham, still only 19 years of age and dominating up and down this country. And she's going to be in for a fight tonight. But one thing we do know about Chantel, she's a lethal striker and she doesn't back down from a fight.
She looks ready for Chantal Jordan. And Pete, I know you're, well, I don't know if you're a fan of the entitled, or if you're just afraid of them, but certainly you've been kind of supportive of them.
This is a singles match scheduled for 1-4. And it is for the P.E.W Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger to my left. She is the bad girl from Birmingham, Chantal Jordan. Introducing to my right. She is the current defending P.E.W Women's Champion, representing the entitled. She is the Queen of the Monsters, Ivy.
It's a pretty apt nickname the queen of the monsters. I think they're all monsters, the entitled. But as I was saying, Pete, before the introductions there, are you worried at all, as something of a fan of the entitled, that it could be won and out in terms of title defences here for Ivy?
I think you have to respect the entitled. 4 out of 5 members are carrying gold. Yes, there might be some caveats in there that you might have brought up once or twice, but yeah, they are a dominant force. They're very impressive, and they get the job done.
Ivy, as always, very vocal, but the bell has rung and the time for talking is over. Chantal Jordan, all business here.
Very much so, yeah. She wants to make a great first impression here in P.E.W, and if she can knock off the champ and win that championship, that's a great start for her.
I think what's more interesting, Chantal Jordan's family is in attendance as well, so that's an extra added bit of pressure for her to get this win and put up a fight against Ivy.
And Ivy would take great pleasure in defeating Chantal Jordan in front of her loved ones. Make no doubt about that whatsoever. There is...
Oh, Ivy doesn't care who's in the audience. She'll be out for a fight and a brawl, and by any means necessary, she'll be wanting to hold on to that title.
Jordan, ready. So intense is Chantal Jordan. Whenever I've seen her compete before, she comes in such a professional, all-business approach. We're seeing it here against Ivy, not prepared to be distracted by any of these histrionics from the women's champion.
Yeah, when you're in a championship match, you have to be all business. You can't let someone get into your head, especially when they're the champion. Being a challenger, you have got the pressure on you. Like Simon said, with the family in attendance as well, that is added pressure. But she's got to stay cool, calm, collected. Don't let Ivy get into her head. But Ivy's a master of mind games.
The champion is going to take her time getting into the ring. She finally has done so. And as I was alluding to, the way in which Ivy won the championship back at the start of this month was in a 6-person tag team match where, in an impromptu manner, it was determined that if Ivy pinned Aurora Tevez in that match, then she would become the champion. That's exactly what happened, albeit controversially, and that's what led us to where we are today. But right now, Chantal Jordan looking like she might be about to take that championship straight away from Ivy.
Absolutely, hitting a nice basement drop kick there, forcing Ivan to the outside, and Chantal Jordan taking the fight into the P.E.W crowd.
Not the place to win it though. She's smart to get it back in the ring. That's the only place you can win this championship.
And this is vintage Chantal Jordan running knee into the face. Will she follow it up with a basement drop kick?
Jordan with a combo there that could win her the Women's Championship. Will it? No, because that left shoulder of Ivy comes up just in time.
Great combination of moves there, but that is going to take a lot more to take Ivy down, especially with that championship on the line.
Chantal Jordan going for those lethal strikes. Ivy had it well scouted.
And you can see Ivy now trying to turn her over into the Boston Crab. Jordan kicked her way free. Ivy ducks a close, I know, and there's a backcracker from Ivy.
And the backcracker was one of the maneuvers that helped to win that championship at last month's show.
Gut-wrench suplex as well, and again you can see she's focusing on that spine, taking away the vertical base of Chantal Jordan. Very smart tactics from Ivy.
That, I think, is the closest Ivy has come to retaining the championship so far here, and Ivy now, with that mean streak that we talked about, pressing home her advantage.
That's it. She's not in this ring to make friends. She's here to earn money and win matches, and that's why she's a women's champion. Anything goes for Ivy, that's for sure.
You can hear what the crowd think of Ivy here in P.E.W. I mean, you know, they've been very vocal throughout this show, and no doubt they'll be showing that towards Ivy as well, our champion.
Big elbow drop. Ivy will go for the pin again. Got that right leg hooked, and Chantal Jordan found a way out, but Jordan needs to find a way to get some kind of a foothold back into this match, or it could be over in the very near future.
Quite right. You can see Ivy tying her up in knots now. This is where Ivy works best, when she's just mauling and dominating someone. No one does it better.
You're absolutely right, and the bad girl looking in all kinds of trouble right now. The champion is on top.
Jordan, though, is getting back to her feet and able to drag the arms of Ivy away from her to release herself. Jumps at her in the corner, comes at her a second time, but on the second time of asking, Ivy got the boot up. She'll go for the cover here. Ivy again looking to retain, and again, Jordan's out on 2.
A lot of covers in this match in such a short space of time. Both ladies want to get that win, want to be the champion.
I think that's a tactic I've noticed of Ivy. She has hit a move, gone for a cover. She wants that early victory so she doesn't have to withstand the flurry of offense that Chantal Jordan's currently going for. Ivy cut her off straight away, and again going back to that pin, hooks the leg.
Yeah, kick out just by Jordan, and you wondered after the impact there whether Ivy would have been able to put her away. I think it's credit to Chantal Jordan, the resilience of the challenger here on her P.E.W. debut.
Well, yeah, quite right, but every kick out expels more energy, and that's why Ivy's doing this. She's going to those covers, she's making Chantal fight for it, and it's working. She's in full control right now.
Jordan blocking the strike from Ivy twice now. She hits back and she's put him with a headbutt. It's like she's in a bar brawl. Big kick high into the chest, and a second one from Jordan. Jordan building up a head of steam, charges into the corner and gets the high knee up into the jaw. Jordan with a running knees to the shoulders. Ivy goes down. Is that it? Is that all she wrote? No, it's not.
I thought that Meteora might have put Ivy away. Very close from Chantal Jordan, and she's all fired up here, Dave.
Certainly is, and you heard Ivy in the build-up to this match saying that Jordan didn't deserve a championship match because she hasn't even had any matches here in P.E.W, but we knew her pedigree from elsewhere, and she is proving that she was every penny worth it in terms of being the #1 contender here.
Absolutely a champion in other promotions, but she's proving her worth here again. Hooks the leg. We've seen her put people away with that before. So close from Chantal Jordan.
Yeah, these strikes, you're right, these are dominating strikes. They are doing damage every time. And for anyone who thought she maybe didn't deserve the championship match, I was maybe one of them. She's making a believer out of me, that's for sure.
Facebuster there from Ivy. Ivy with a chance here, and it could be a crucial chance, but no. Chantal Jordan got her foot over the bottom rope. Great officiating to notice that. And the match still continues. Ivy with, I think it could have been the only moment she might get, because Chantal Jordan has had the majority of the offense, Pete, in these last few moments.
Yeah, she's been very impressive and great ring awareness to get that foot on the ropes.
Look at this now, the Boston Crab. The Boston Crab from
this
Ivy.
Could be it. This could be it. We've seen her put away many an opponent with this Boston Crab before. It does so much damage to that lower back.
She can sit down further, get it cinched in deeper, put more pressure on that back. She might be able to force the submission, but instead Jordan with the counter got those shoulders down for 2.5.
Again, going back to what she knows best, those lethal strokes, going for a fisherman buster.
We could have a new champion here. No, we don't. Ivy found a way to hang on, but her championship reign is hanging by a thread.
She's a champ for a reason, Dave. She's got more in the tank than that, and she's a smart wrestler.
Look at this, though. Ivy's got a hold of that baseball bat. Ivy's got a hold of that baseball bat. Jordan saw it. Jordan neutralizing that threat. Now a tug of war ensuing. If either woman uses the bat, they'll be disqualified.
There's no need for this, come on. Good referee in there, like that.
Yeah, you like it when they take it off someone who's not in the entitled. Oh my goodness.
Jordan with a kick to the face of Ivy. And again, the fight spilling out into the crowd.
Where are they going? Ivy and Chantal Jordan disappearing here out into the outside of our main hall. Our camera crew are going to try and follow them. But from our vantage point, we can't see what's happening.
Yeah, no idea what's going on.
To the count of 7. Are we going to see a double count out here?
Well, they've only got 1 second to get back in, and they're not even in the room. It's a double count out. A double count out.
Your winner and still the P.E.W. Women's Champion, Ivy.
Ivy didn't win the match, but what she did do is retain the championship again through the back door, much like our esteemed world champion Martin Kirby.
A win's a win. She's still the champ. They've
Not
still
a win.
got all the gold.
It's a double count out.
But who's the champ?
Here.
Ivy is still the champion.
Well, look, if you're Chantal Jordan, Simon, you're going to be looking at this and you're going to be saying, you know what? I came to P.E.W. and on my first night in the company, I got a draw with the champion.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chantal Jordan, impressive as ever. We'll hand it back to Sarah Green.
If anyone sees Ivy and Chantal Jordan later just moving around Stratford. Okay, at this time, I would like to introduce the Prestige.
Well, here we go.
Things just took a turn.
How do you feel about this? Obviously, we've seen what's been going on the last few shows.
Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to comment on this, but the Prestige isn't scheduled for a match tonight, but he's always got something to say.
Well, look, Pete, I said this to you on the preview show last week that we did for Off the Wall. I'm quite surprised, with all respect, that you're here tonight, because last time you got involved in the Prestige's business, he's a part owner of P.E.W. You got suspended for a month, had to miss a show.
Yep.
You got involved again at Jubilee, and nothing's happened, which to me seems odd.
Yeah, it's strange, but you know, I'm not going to question it. I'm getting paid to be here. I'm not suspended, so silence is golden for me. But let's see what the Prestige has to say.
You know, over the last few weeks I've been doing a lot of soul searching. I've been completely quiet on social media, and it'd be really easy for me to come out here and make all kinds of excuses as to why I didn't win at Jubilee. But you see, the truth is I have no excuses. I completely underestimated my opponent, so much so, hell, I was down the road 2 hours before the show having a Mackie D's because I thought there was no way on God's green earth that I wouldn't win. But, I mean, I'll come out here and I admit it. Jubilee, Ryan, the sound guy, beat me. He showed heart, he showed fight, he showed desire so much more than I ever thought he would have. And you know what? He deserves his wrestler's contract now, and he deserves not to be known now as Rye the sound guy, but as Rye the wrestler. But it got me thinking, as I was reflecting, it occurred to me, I had an epiphany, if you will. It was never really Rye the sound guy that I had a problem with. It was never really Rye the sound guy that I wanted to beat. Who I wanted to beat was each and every single one of you. I'll tell you why. It's not a secret. The whole reason why P.E.W. is a thing, the brains behind P.E.W. is me. And I wanted to be appreciated. Hell, no, I needed to be appreciated. I needed to know that all the money, all the time, all the hard work to make P.E.W. a reality was appreciated by you. But what do I hear from the first ever show onwards? All I heard was Ryan the sound guy. And that chant ate away at me. It ate away at me, man. It ate away at my spirit. I lost my sense of rational thought. I lost my integrity. I lost my spirit. And I lost myself. So you know what? I'm coming out here to eat humble pie. And I'm coming out here simply to say that I'm sorry. I want to say I'm sorry to Ryan the sound guy for everything that I've put in through over the last few months. I'm sorry to each and every one of you that had to see my behaviour over the last few months. But most of all, I'm sorry to you, Pete Andrews. I'm sorry to you. You see, 16 years ago, I came to Banbury for my first ever wrestling training session. I mean, you showed me all the basics. You showed me, you know, all the basic wrestling moves. You showed me how to land in this ring without breaking my neck. And you taught me about respect. And to know that I've let you down, to know that you're disappointed in me. It cuts deep. It really cuts deep. And I'd like to ask you to the ring to shake my hand and extend my apology.
Do you think this is a good idea?
I mean, you know him better than we do, but...
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see what he's got to say. Man to man. He's apologised so far. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Look after my glasses, David. Going in.
Pete is leaving his announce position here. And, Pete Andrews invited into the ring by the man who, as we heard, he trained some 16 years ago.
It's a very precarious position for Pete.
Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've stood in the middle of a wrestling ring. 16 years ago, I helped train this guy. And when he came into my school, when he came into my company, he was a respectful lad. And that's what drew me to it. That's what drew me to it. That he was so respectful. He did want to be the best. And he was a good, kind, considerate lad. And I've seen a lot of people come and go in this business, and attitudes are what get you kicked out. But the Prestige never had that. And that's why I was so disappointed in Prestige. That's why I have been. Because you did set this company up. You did put all this on for all these great fans. And you said you wanted their respect. You've had it since day one, Prestige. When they're chanting P.E.W, 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 that's a thank you to you for doing it. You didn't need to act the way you were acting. That's for you, Prestige. That is for you. I get it. I get it. When you win championships in this business, it changes something. I won my fair share of championships. You were there. You saw the way I behaved in this ring at times, and I'm not proud of it. And it took me losing championships and being given a second chance and gaining the respect of my peers and the fans and everything to get it all back before I retired from in-ring competition. So I had a second chance, I had a third chance, I had a fourth chance. So I will give you that second chance. You've come out here, you've been humble, you've apologised, so I will shake your hand.
A reunion between...
Thank you, Pete. I just want to say it really means a lot from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Between trainer and student, and that is good to see.
Yeah, that's something we like to see here at P.E.W. Wait.
Oh my, wait, what was that? What on earth was that from the Prestige? This is ridiculous. Someone get in there.
A vicious attack by the Prestige. We need security out here. No, no!
Oh, and he's smashing the right leg of Pete Andrews around the ring post. Oh, this is ridiculous. Someone get out here.
We need security out here. The damage that could have been inflicted on that leg. No.
Pete Andrews is a retired wrestler. He's had to retire from the ring, and now the Prestige is trying to take out those legs. He's trying to make sure that Pete Andrews never walks again, Simon.
Well, Pete could have ligament damage. He could have broken something. This vicious, brutal attack by the Prestige after what we thought was a reunion, Dave.
Well, it was always, in the end, in hindsight, too good to be true that we were going to see a humble, apologetic version of the Prestige. Get out of here! He's coming back for more, for goodness sake! He is wrong in the head, it's the Prestige.
Absolutely. I don't think we've seen the last of this, but what a vicious, brutal attack. We've got referees out here checking on Pete now, and the damage has been done, Dave.
The Prestige with a psychotic smile on his face.
He can't even stand. This is something we don't like to see, Dave.
Pete Andrews being assisted out of here, and Andrews being a forgiving, empathetic human being, was prepared to forgive his former protege. It has come back to bite him in the worst possible way.
Now let's give some peace and noise, everyone! Introducing the third team.
We're still regaining our composure here after what the Prestige did to Pete Andrews, but moving things along quickly. We have a very big piece of business to take care of here.
It's 4-on-4. It's an elimination match. And as you see there, Harley Hudson leading the team out here, and this is going to be an interesting one. There's a lot of people involved in this match that several people in this company have problems with.
It is a team that's been put together by Jason Joshua.
Jason Joshua here.
And what a team he's put together, Simon. You've got Smashing Mike, Ryder Sound Guy, and Harley Hudson. Joshua, of course, still on a high after winning that Jubilee street fight against Tyler Adams just a few weeks ago. But Adams going to lead out a team of his own right now.
Let's go!
Now, Dave, there are two people that I am very aware of in this next team. One you may have seen and know that I have a very big problem with. One that I'm close to, and I was very upset that she has decided to team with Lance Rivera. But, well, we're already getting Team Adams over here. Well, I don't think that's anything short of what we expected. Oh, David, are you okay? Are you okay?
Why are you out here? I'm not going to shake your hand. Happy birthday, by the way.
Are you okay, Dave?
All right. Oh, well, I just got worse. Why is Ryan here?
I don't.
We have announced my first client in P.E.W. He is going to the top here. He is your girlfriend's favorite wrestler, Lance Rivera.
Really? Lance Rivera is being represented by Ryan Taylor.
What? I don't understand what is going on here. And can we just say the arrogance and attitude of this team, David, is disgusting. And Leah Raven launching her jacket at you, Dave. I hope you're okay after that encounter.
Oh, great. Things are getting even better. The internet champion, H. Hood, bringing his championship belt over here. I'm sorry, I'm still... It's the couple from hell, the pairing from hell. Ryan Taylor representing Lance Rivera.
It's an awful pairing. Awful pairing, and this, I don't like the attitude of this team, Dave.
Right, was that a chaotic entrance in many ways, which we will move on from, but the details here, Simon, are this. It's a 4-on-4 elimination match, so we keep going until all 4 members of one team or another have been pinned, submitted, disqualified or counted out, and then whoever is left will be the survivors in this match between Team Tyler Adams and Team Jason Joshua.
Yep, absolutely, and no doubt there will be a lot of fast-paced, high-octane action between 2 teams of plenty of talent, but, you know, it might be the attitude of the one team that lets them down.
Well, Tyler Adams leading from the front for his team, or at least he was.
Well,
the internet champion, H-Hood, you heard him.
Yep.
Declaring himself the real leader of the team. And Simon, this was always the danger with this team. You've got so many egos on one side of the ring. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like H-Hood is, I mean, almost berating his team that, look, I am number 1 here, and, you know, when you've got the Playboy Prince, Leah Raven there, as well as Adams.
Well, we are now finally getting things underway, and it is H-Hood against Ryan. I hate to apologize, I called him Ryan the sound guy. He's not. He's Ryan the wrestler now.
Ryan the wrestler now.
And it is H-Hood, obviously the more experienced of the two, in that this is actually Ryan's first match as a contracted wrestler.
Well, showing his agility early on, and that's the answer he had for H-Hood.
And you've got to be so impressed with Ryan, how he's just developed here. He was a sound guy, for goodness sake, on the very first show we had. Became a tag team champion against the odds on that very show, and now gone from there to being a fully contracted P.E.W. wrestler. What a journey it's been.
Oh, absolutely. The growth, development, and impressive attitude of Ryan the wrestler now. You know, only bright things, Dave. H-Hood again showing his attitude, not standing for Ryan's, you know, ability to try and wrestle. And there we go.
I tell you what, Ryan not remotely intimidated by H-Hood.
No, he is not. And you can hear the crowd here at P.E.W. firmly behind Ryan.
Ryan gets sent to the ropes. Shoulder block, but he doesn't go down. He'll try again. He'll go underneath this time. He'll confuse H-Hood, which isn't difficult to do.
Absolutely. Ryan again. Drop kick to H-Hood, puts him down on the mat. Again, we talk about it, Dave. Impressive from Ryan, the wrestler.
Jason Joshua tagged in, the team captain, going to take things from there. The shoulder thrust in the corner. He's going to follow it up with a body slam.
Very impressive from Joshua.
And now Smashing Mike in for his team. Some quick fire tags here from Team Jason Joshua, and a suplex from Smashing Mike. Mike was, of course, part of that phenomenal 6-person tag team match last time round at Jubilee.
One thing about Mike is you will see agility and power, but obviously these quick tags in are very impressive. Harley Hudson in now.
In fact, we've seen all 4 members of Jason Joshua's team in this match now, whereas when it comes to the other team, H-Hood's been the legal man the whole time.
Yep, and very impressive strategy. And again, another body slam. H-Hood on the receiving end of all this offense. Harley Hudson thrown on to H-Hood. Again, goes for the cover.
Hood could be out. The internet champion was a second away from being the first eliminated.
Lance Rivera jumped in the ring there. Adams as well.
Open them up, open them up.
Yeah, Joshua and Rye. The isolation of H-Hood in Jason Joshua's team corner. Continuing. Great stuff from Rye. He'll go for the lateral press here. Can he get a 3 count? No, he can't, but he got pretty close.
Very, very close. And now Ryan getting the crowd fired up.
Adams on the outside, grabbing the foot of Rye.
Do we really expect anything different from Adams?
Hood planting Rye. The pin by the internet champion, and Rye's eliminated.
Well, Team Adams having the advantage here. You're outside the ring, Lance.
H. Hood saying he's the team captain again, which I'm sure will infuriate Tyler Adams, but he did get the job done, albeit with an assist from Adams. Now Harley Hudson, though, standing up to H. Hood.
It's all Scouse power from Harley Hudson. The jawbreaker.
And then a stunner by Hudson.
And a stunner.
Hudson's going to go for the pin. He's got that leg hook, and Harley Hudson nearly leveled things up for Team Joshua.
Well, it looks like we are going to get the Empress of Anarchy, Leah Raven, in against Harley Hudson, a match that has been spoken about on Twitter over and over again. Repeated forearms from Raven.
Yeah, Leah Raven here unloading on Harley Hudson. Second time we've seen Raven compete here in a P.E.W. ring. She's been in your seat, of course, commentating on the previous show as well.
Going for that big knee to the jaw of Harley Hudson. Snapmare, followed by a kick to the spine. Cover.
Hudson could be out, and a kick out by Harley Hudson, who is showing some more of that resilience that allowed her to hang in there at Jubilee for so long with Laurie.
Absolutely, Harley Hudson, a fighter, a scrapper, and she has come up about some of the best in this country, recently returning from a tour in Israel, but right now she's on the back foot against Leah Raven. Now Harley Hudson trying to fight back, Dave.
And Hudson picking up Raven with the backbreaker, drops her. Hudson will go for the pin, and both Tyler Adams and Lance Rivera were so worried that that was going to get the job done that they dove into the ring.
They absolutely did, worried about their teammate, but Raven looking rocked by Harley Hudson. Raven turns Harley Hudson, goes for a kick, gets connect, went for that famous, so we've seen her put people away with that stunner.
That might do it again. Leah Raven here doing extremely well against Hudson, but still yet to put the exclamation point on it. If she did, of course, it would be a 4-on-2 advantage for Team Tyler Adams.
Absolutely right, and now Harley Hudson fighting back.
Yeah, Hudson trying to lift up Raven, couldn't do it, and Raven, in the end, has turned things round and hits with a inverted DDT. Raven will go for the pin, and Raven again, close but no cigar.
And Raven is arguing with the referee now. I'm not sure that's wise. It's just giving Harley Hudson time to recoup.
Well, now this is interesting. Tyler Adams tagged in, and Adams told us on our preview show last week that he has a lot of history with Harley Hudson, and he wasn't going to go in there against Hudson. Obviously, he's changed his mind, and maybe he's regretting that decision, because Hudson goes for the pin off the spine buster and nearly took out the team captain.
And that's what Harley Hudson has: heart, grit, power, strength, and the ability, Dave.
Oh, Adams, though, followed her off the ropes, got her with the boot, and now Tyler Adams has lost it. Adams like a wild animal.
Pummeling Harley Hudson. Boot to the face, sweeps her down into the corner. Hudson looking worse for wear. Adams.
And now he's trying to humiliate Hudson.
Again, Dave, I said this earlier on, I do not like the attitude of this team.
Well, they are a gallery of rogues, to put it politely, our Team Tyler Adams, but they have a 4-on-3 advantage right now. Can Harley Hudson level it up? No, she can't, because Adams has got her. Adams is going to pick her up, trying to catch her. Oh, Lancer jarring the spine of Harley Hudson, who's still kicked out.
Adams with that wing clipper that could have put Harley Hudson away. Now Lance Rivera in. And no doubt, you know, look, everyone knows I've had my problems with Lance Rivera. Snap suplex on Harley Hudson, followed by a kip up. But you can't deny his in-ring ability despite his awful attitude.
Lance Rivera only recently returning from a suspension of his own after he put his hands on one of our ring announcers here, Ben Cecil. And Rivera apparently has learned nothing.
Well, he's been suspended from a few promotions recently for his actions. A big boot to the face of Harley Hudson. Now tags in Leah Raven, the Empress of Anarchy, back in.
Yeah, Raven with the kick to the inner thigh of Harley Hudson.
That will damage your ligaments if you connect well enough. Hudson fighting her way back into this match.
Hudson, yes, she's been in there a long time now, though, as Harley Hudson. That's got to be a concern.
Exploder suplex. And now Hudson pulls Raven back up for a second. Exploder suplex again.
Harley Hudson on a roll here against Leah Raven. There's a knee to the temple. And she plants her.
Overdrive.
The overdrive from Harley Hudson. Sits down, and it is 3 on 3.
There's your confirmation. Leah Raven is eliminated.
But straight away, Tyler Adams, sensing the danger to the team he is captaining, got in there and quickly got on top here of Harley Hudson, now tagging in Rivera. Lance Rivera, remember, as I said, Harley Hudson been in there a very long time. Very impressive that she could put away Raven, but you've got to say, Harley Hudson, for all the heroics, for all the courage, needs to make a tag now, I think, in the worst possible way.
She absolutely does. Team Adams on top and dominating so far. Maybe if the Playboy Prince spent less time berating and talking smack, he might get the job done again. A snap suplex. Harley Hudson taking all the punishment so far in this match.
H-Hood's already eliminated one person, and he came very, very close to eliminating a second.
Quick tags by Team Tyler Adams. Very smart to isolate Harley Hudson.
Snapmare takedown from the team captain. Drop kick into the side of the head, and Hudson, has she got enough left? Yes, she does.
Again, did you notice Harley Hudson trying to fight back, but the team mentality of Team Tyler Adams is just on point right now.
We did say, Simon, didn't we, that they might implode this team with all these egos here. Well, speaking of egos, here comes Ryan Taylor.
That's a well-oiled machine, I'll tell you that. The reflection of perfection and the other two, but the reflection of perfection and the
reflection of perfection, Dave. Do you agree? Harley Hudson!
Hudson going for the pin and kick out again. Rivera holds on, but I just don't get it. I understand Harley Hudson, how she likes to take the fight to people. She's got two partners in the corner, use them.
She absolutely is, and you're absolutely right. She's trying to take too much on here, Dave. And now Lance Rivera, Irish whip into the corner. Harley Hudson finds the middle rope. Adams
again intervening when he's not the legal man.
Hudson, diving crossbody, caught by Lance Rivera.
She got caught, and it's because of that distraction from Adams. Gets planted by Rivera. Rivera is going to hook the leg, and Harley Hudson finally is taken out.
And again, Harley Hudson eliminated. 3 on 2, Dave. This again is in favour of Team Adams.
Yeah, you're right, Simon. The second time in this match that Team Tyler Adams has had an advantage, and look at that you-know-what eating grin on the face of Ryan Taylor.
Egos of this team. Well, you heard Mike there, telling Lance Rivera to hurry up.
Well, Ryan Taylor very pleased with the birthday present that he's got for himself. Now the representative, I guess we'll say, of Lance Rivera, and Rivera now going to go one-on-one with Smashing Mike. This will be a very interesting showdown.
Absolutely. Smashing Mike with a head scissor takedown on Rivera, forcing him into the corner.
Smashing Mike, the elbow right to the jaw of Rivera. Rivera counters the Irish whip.
There's the agility of Smashing Mike, goes for a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. I don't think Lance Rivera was expecting this, Dave.
And Rivera wants a timeout. No one's explained to him that those don't exist in pro wrestling. And H-Hood tagged in. I'm not sure Hood wanted any part of Smashing Mike.
Lance Rivera rolling to the outside. Adams telling H-Hood to get into the ring. Are we seeing some form of communication breakdown here, Dave?
Well, Lance Rivera's found someone in the front row to comfort him. I'm not sure she's as pleased about it.
Well, no, I don't think many people would be, Dave. Smashing Mike now wanting to take the fight to H-Hood, but H-Hood offering a hand.
Would you shake that hand?
No, I really wouldn't, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and there's why. Because the strike, as soon as there was a moment's distraction, H-Hood with not an ounce of integrity inside his whole body, but Smashing Mike doesn't care. Mike, oh, he was fighting back, but the shot into the midsection gives the advantage back to Hood.
Counter by Smashing Mike. Smashing Mike counts! Pounces H-Hood across the ring. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I was going to say, he took him almost out of his skin. And now the DDT from Smashing Mike. Mike could eliminate the internet champion, but unfortunately for most of the fans here, H-Hood kicked out.
Smashing Mike showing exactly why he is so athletic, agile, and powerful. Could he put away H-Hood here?
Hood with the elbows, trying to free himself from that rear waist swap by Smashing Mike. Mike with a right hand, what a right hand that was.
Absolutely.
Goes to the ropes, tried for the clothesline. Hood's caught him, and Hood plants Mike. Smashing Mike could be down. It is. It's 3-on-1. It's
3-on-1. Smashing Mike down with that spin-out, sit-out powerbomb.
And now, the team captain on his own. How on earth can Jason Joshua overcome these insurmountable odds?
Tyler Adams is in and taking charge of this over H-Hood. We're seeing a bit of breakdown here, Dave.
It's something of a leadership challenge by H-Hood. Adams eventually won the argument, but he might lose the war here against Jason Joshua.
Joshua taking the fight to Adams. It's 1-on-3.
Big body slam from Big Daddy Unicorn. Joshua and Adams, one of the most violent rivalries so far in the history of P.E.W. continuing here. Joshua's up, second turn, buckle and a frog splash. Joshua, can he eliminate his opposing captain? No.
Lance Rivera was straight there to try and break up the pin just before Adams kicked out. That splash could have been all she wrote for Adams.
What would it mean to Tyler Adams if Jason Joshua pinned him for 2 months in a row?
H-Hood back in.
Yeah, he tagged himself in. There's a roll-up. The roll-up from Joshua. He caught Hood by surprise, and he's eliminated him.
Tyler Adams held back Lance Rivera as Lance Rivera was going to break up that pin.
Well, we'd said the team might implode, and my goodness, it is happening in front of our eyes.
It absolutely is. You were right earlier on, Dave. Maybe these egos were too big for each other.
That as well as the first time, I think, that H-Hood has been... Oh!
H-Hood with a punch to Adams and a curb stomp.
The stomp on Adams by Joshua. The stomp. Captain on captain. And Tyler Adams eliminated.
There's your confirmation. It's down to Joshua and Lance Rivera.
H-Hood and Tyler Adams. This battle of the egos, the room was never going to be big enough to hold those two egos, and so it has proven.
Well, what will we see here? Lance Rivera and Joshua, but those egos are still going on outside the ring, Dave.
Simon, remember, this was 3-on-1 a minute ago. Jason Joshua's got it down to 1-on-1 against Rivera.
Lance Rivera shoving Joshua.
He went for the boot, did Rivera, couldn't get it, and now Joshua got him up, plants him on his posterior. And Lance Rivera not feeling like number one at the moment.
No, absolutely not. Joshua off the ropes, goes for that.
Yeah, he tried to avoid it, and Rivera, and so I think Joshua's going to give him some extra helpings.
I don't think it's very comfortable for Joshua. What's he doing on the apron, Dave?
Why is Taylor on the apron?
Taylor here causing a distraction.
What a super kick! Yeah, what a super kick! Super kick from Rivera. Rivera almost knocking Jason Joshua's head off his shoulders, and Rivera is the sole survivor.
Well, there's your confirmation. Lance Rivera, the Playboy Prince, the self-proclaimed #1, is your sole survivor, the last man standing in this match.
I can't quite believe this. Lance Rivera, the sole survivor, and here comes, well, most of the rest of the team. They here to celebrate. Or is it jealousy? Tyler Adams is trying to claim the credit.
Tyler obviously all about his new client, Lance Rivera. Hatred in the ring though. What's going to happen here? Lance Rivera trying to keep them apart.
The rest of the team kind of stealing Rivera's thunder here with this ongoing feud it seems to be developing between Hatred and Tyler Adams.
See, Leah Raven trying to get in the way now.
I think Raven's trying to play peacemaker, but not much chance of that.
Hatred has just got out of the ring whilst the remainder of the team is still in the ring. Adams now.
Well, the sole survivor was Lance Rivera.
Yep.
Tyler Adams' team picking up the victory. And Rivera standing tall, Ryan Taylor on his birthday weekend.
Of association with me, and his stock is bronze. He is now the future P.E.W. World Champion. #1!
That's what the fans here in Stratford think of Lance Rivera.
Lance, there is something equally as big as your win.
Who are you?
What day is it?
I believe it's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
It's his birthday.
Show me some respect.
Just like one shot. Georgie shot. I wanted to win.
I'm not leaving until every single one of you wishes me happy birthday.
Well, it's going to get dark soon.
Yeah. I don't think they want to, Taylor, so I think you just need to leave the ring so we can get on with this match and this event.
Happy birthday.
Oh. Like someone strangling a cat.
Ears on. Wow. I didn't think Lance Rivera could get more annoying, but I think we've just witnessed that he can.
Oh, wait. It's the tag team champions. The Rebellion.
Well, the Rebellion out here, and Lance Rivera looking a little bit perplexed.
I think maybe Rivera and Taylor have outworn their welcome. We've got a tag team championship match to get on with.
I just think you need to leave.
You're not invited. What are you doing here?
I invited them.
We've come to the main event. So, not only are we defending our P.E.W. Tag Team Championships tonight, but we're going to care about this.
No one cares, baby.
We do.
We bring you a present, because it's your birthday, of course, yeah?
As you should.
Because, you know, 30 is a big age when you're a young lad. We're going to need you to go away. Yeah, it's a surprise.
No, I manage. You say it.
Together. That's really cute. It's just going to ruin the surprise. So if you want your present, you're going to have to get rid of your friends.
I do want my present.
Come on, like, you want his present. You don't want to make him jelly, do you?
Come on, bring it out. Show me the present.
So here's what we need you to do. We need you to close your eyes.
It's too gobby, you don't
Close your eyes, Russ. It's a big surprise. Yeah,
Since it's your big birthday, yeah?
Okay, close your eyes, okay? Okay. Go close. No peeking. No
I think that's deserved, Dave.
Happy birthday! Well, Lance has found him a present.
What sort of present was that? Nonsense.
Taylor James can sing.
Yeah, he's definitely got a better voice than Lance Berry.
That was quite moving.
I've got a tear in my eye. Well, Dave, main event time.
How about we get back to the main event? How about we get back to us winning this match and reclaiming our stolen tag team title belt?
Well, as you heard there from Taylor James, Rebellion, himself and Jack Torino, they are the P.E.W. Tag Team Champions, although they're not in physical possession of the belts because the two thieves who are about to enter the arena stole those championships a couple of months back.
There's payback to be had. And here they are. No doubt the influence of Brady Phillips is well and truly indented into this team.
But despite the fact that they're not currently holding the belts, the Rebellion have been the tag team champions since Kings of Combat at the beginning of April. And their title reign, though, could be under pretty serious threat. With or without the belts to prove it, it's a very intimidating combination. Riley Nova and Brady Phillips, and of course, lingering somewhere back behind the curtain in the locker room. You can never quite forget the rest of the Entitled, presumably, are still in the building.
You would absolutely assume so, and they'll have a keen eye on this match. But you're right, Riley Nova, Brady Phillips. They might have a bad attitude, but look, you can't deny again the level of talent they have in the ring. But look, there's payback to be had for Rebellion.
I bet they practiced that in the mirror a few hundred times. There they are, the Entitled against the Rebellion for the P.E.W. Tag Team Championships of the world.
Big boys on camera. This match is a tag team match scheduled for 1-4. And it is for the P.E.W. Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers to my left, representing the Entitled. He is the never pale alpha male. He is 3/4 meal of sex appeal. Riley Nova! And his tag team partner, the ineffable Brady Phillips!
Why's the introduction, Dave?
And introducing to my right, the current defending P.E.W. Tag Team Champions, the team of Jack Torino, Taylor James, the Rebellion!
For the past 2 months, Brady Phillips and Riley Nova have been claiming that possession is 9/10 of the law, that they are the best tag team in P.E.W. Finally, no sneak attacks, no jumping people from behind. 2-on-2, eyeball to eyeball, face to face. We are going to find out who is the best tag team in Phenomenal Elite Wrestling.
You're absolutely right, and it's here at the main event on Off the Wall. It's going to be one hell of a match. As you say, Dave, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We're going to find out who is the best tag team, and it's all happening right now.
Torino and Taylor James from Southend-on-Sea in Essex, very proud of where they come from. But the fans here in Stratford-Upon-Avon, a lot of them have taken them to heart here. A lot of big Rebellion fans, certainly more Rebellion fans here tonight than there are entitled fans.
Yes, absolutely right. The fans will be behind the Rebellion. As you can see already, Riley Nova and Brady Phillips trying to play mind games, dictate things on their own terms.
And now they finally got hold of their championship belts again. I don't know why Phillips and Nova are so angry. They were never theirs in the first place.
Yes, that is what we all want to see, but as you can see, it has agitated Phillips and Nova.
It's going to be a temporary reunion for the Rebellion and the Tag Team Championships, because they're going to have to surrender those at least temporarily when this bell rings, because it's going to get underway. And there goes the bell. We're about to find out who is the best. Jack Torino starting for the Tag Team Champions against Brady Phillips.
Torino full of strength and power, and straight away gets out of that situation. There could have been a double team situation.
You saw though in that opening collar and elbow tie-up the leverage advantage that Brady Phillips has thanks to that height advantage he has over Torino and that strength he has. Riley Nova not exactly showing the heart of a lion.
Typical Riley Nova, we've seen that sort of stuff before from him.
Well, Nova's already been instrumental in our affairs here tonight at Off the Wall. It's because of him, first of all, that Martin Kirby retained the P.E.W. World title despite losing by disqualification.
Yeah, that just shows the packed mentality. It looks like Brady Phillips is going to come in.
Is this cowardice at this point from Nova, or is it mind games? Are they trying to frustrate Jack Torino, who can, to be fair, be a little bit short-tempered?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it certainly could be a way of getting into the minds of Rebellion.
Taylor James going to tag in. It's going to be James against Brady Phillips. This is a one-on-one I'm very eager to see.
An elbow Tyler kick things off and test of strength. Phillips having the advantage straight away.
Phillips going to get sent to the ropes by Taylor James. I think there's a blind tag there by Riley Nova. Hip toss and a drop kick. Taylor James will take them both out and an arm drag as well.
Impressive offense from James.
James now coming back to the Rebellion corner, making a tag to Torino.
Double team action, double hip toss, roll through, nice handstand and a double drop kick.
Great tag team synergy from the champions. Torino went for a cover, didn't hook the leg, and Riley Nova kicked out on 2.5.
I'd like to know where Riley Nova gets this fake tan from. It seems to stick pretty well. Maybe the most tanned person in British wrestling right now.
How do you know it's not real?
I've seen that man pale.
Well, to be fair, it hasn't been that sunny.
No.
There's a shove from Nova. The never pale alpha male, as he calls himself, stomping away here at one half of the real tag team champions.
Big right hand there. And again, double team action. Phillips in.
Yeah, Phillips and Nova with a double shoulder block on Torino. And rather than go for the win, they'd rather admire themselves. Hang on now.
And a keep up from the big man himself. A drop kick to both. As impressive as you'll see here at P.E.W.
And totally self-inflicted, by the way, by the entitled. If they'd stayed on Torino, they would have seen that coming.
Absolutely. Double team action again from Rebellion. Very smart sweep down. And look at that basement drop kick assisted by his partner.
Well, that's why they're the tag team champions, Torino and Taylor James, working like a well-oiled unit here. There's an uppercut in the corner. Now notice how they are keeping Brady Phillips as far away from his partner as they possibly can.
Smart tactics, isolating Phillips away from Nova. Best way to keep hold of those tag titles. Maybe too much time taken here from Torino.
Torino's got him up. Brady Phillips can hold him up there all day. Tremendous strength from Jack Torino. Phillips has gone to the wrong side of the ring. He tried to tag Taylor James.
Phillips not knowing where he was, and then a big scoop slam. Look at the power, Dave.
I think that the Entitled might be ruining the day that they stole those championship belts. Torino came very, very close there to decisively proving that they are the rightful champions. It was another 2 count.
On top, Phillips though, scoop slam. This could be his way back in. And Nova tagged in.
Credit where it's due, Phillips at least had the wherewithal to make the tag when he was in trouble. The pin attempt there on Nova, but Nova too fresh, I think, at this point to be taken out.
Big chop lighting up the chest of Riley Nova.
Nova, though, is going to have the same treatment that Brady Phillips had a moment earlier, being brought over to the Rebellion corner. James with the leaping clothesline through the ropes. Here comes Jack Torino.
Ringboard! Sent on from Torino. A man of that size, power and strength shouldn't be able to do that, Dave, but he does it with ease.
The Rebellion have brought their A game here tonight with these World Tag Team Championships on the line. Riley Nova, though, now able to find a way back into this.
Rights and lefts to Torino.
Torino, though, got the boot up as Nova tried to send him face first into the turnbuckle. Torino will not be moved, and instead it's Riley Nova, that perfectly tanned face, going again and again into the turnbuckle.
And Nova ruining the day that he...
Now Brady Phillips again. Look at this. Nova, now Phillips, eating turnbuckle, courtesy of Jack Torino.
Listen to this crowd, Dave. Torino is all over Riley Nova and Brady Phillips, and again they will rue the day that they upset the Rebellion, and now a double team attempt.
Nova, repeatedly, what's that, 20 times now it must be, his face has gone into the turnbuckle.
And what many people may not know, cover hooks a leg.
Kick out.
Is beyond that very thin padding is steel, Dave.
I think they might have improved Nova's face.
Hopefully he doesn't hear you say that. Up and over for James.
James with an elbow again into the face of Nova. Going to launch himself back in here, but Nova cuts him off. And Riley Nova going to complain to the official, while Brady Phillips on the outside gets in some cheap shots on Taylor James.
Well, that's the mentality of this team, Dave. We've seen it over and over again from the Entitled. Nova.
Nova's going to try to steal the Tag Team Championships. Would be the second crime he's committed tonight. He was, as I said, responsible for the fact that the Entitled have clung on to the World Championship earlier on. And now Brady Phillips tagging in. You can hear Jack Torino getting the crowd on side with this Rebellion chant, and Taylor James needs that energy. He needs that support at this moment in the contest.
You're absolutely right. And one thing you mentioned earlier, Dave, we have to be aware, the Rebellion have to be aware that the other members of the Entitled could be back there, and could they have an influence on this match?
You certainly wouldn't put it past them at the moment, though. They don't need to, because Brady Phillips in control here of one half of the Tag Team Champions.
James trying to fight back and get to his partner, but Brady Phillips just pulls back on the neck to skull off the back of the canvas.
See, the Entitled are doing exactly what the Rebellion did earlier. He's trying to keep Taylor James in their own corner, but James escaped, and here comes Torino. Torino will take out Riley Nova. Ducks a clothesline, takes about a second time with the Luthes press. The rights and lefts from Jack Torino.
Torino on top of Riley Nova. Irish whip counter by Nova. Springboard back elbow from Torino.
Jack Torino has got the upper hand back for the Rebellion. Well, Nova was calling after Brady Phillips. Phillips wasn't in position, but now he has got him in the corner. Well, Torino moves out of the way, and Nova hits Brady Phillips. You hate to see it.
Oh, yeah.
A power slam.
Power slam. Rolls through. Moonsault from Torino.
Will that do it? No. The Rebellion, again, split seconds away from proving that they are the better of these two teams.
Dave, what a main event we're witnessing here at Off the Wall.
Riley Nova doesn't know where he is. Jack Torino knows where he is. Oh, Nova rediscovered his wherewithal just at the last possible moment. Phillips trying to attack Torino on the apron. That didn't go well. And now Torino going to climb up.
Brady Phillips, though, was aware. Torino thrown onto the outside. Brady Phillips saying he fell. He certainly wasn't. He was shoved.
I think Phillips doesn't sometimes grasp that this is recorded.
We have a full camera crew here which says otherwise.
Nova has got Torino. Going to roll him back inside.
Maybe Riley Nova should spend less time talking, more time trying to win those championships.
Yeah, he's making a lot of noise. He's got to make a lot of physical impact as well, as you say. And Nova, though, doesn't seem to have cost him anything. He's still in charge here against Torino. Clothesline. Impressive stuff from Nova, you've got to say. Credit where it's due. He hooks the leg and gets the 2 count. But I think at this point in the contest, the Entitled starting to show that they are credible threats to the Tag Team Championship.
You're absolutely right, and they are on top in this match. But again, a counter. Roll up.
Kick out on 2 by Nova. Boot to the face. Nova. They tag to Phillips. Brady Phillips, what a physical specimen he is. And if he had the attitude to match, he would be unstoppable. But Brady Phillips deciding to involve himself with the Entitled. And it, to be fair, was almost helping to make him a champion just then.
I'm not sure if you noticed that, Dave, but both men, rather than just a standard suplex, popped their hips for that extra bit of momentum to bounce the spine of Torino off the mat.
Torino, even when he's down, look, he's using his right leg, his knee and the tip of his boot there to try and kick Phillips in the back. Phillips, though, has countered into a variation of a half crab.
This is what Phillips is known for, his technical prowess as well as his power. He knows how to wear you down, he knows how to pick a limb and wear it out.
Has he got that? Did he get that? Nova was trying to pull the bottom rope away from Torino. He got to the bottom rope anyway, and Phillips is going to have to break.
Torino just about getting to the ropes to break the hold, but has the damage been done, Dave?
Torino has certainly taken a tremendous amount of punishment, and Brady Phillips trying to keep him down. He's wearing down that front face lock, keeping his body weight on the shoulders. Look at the stance of Brady Phillips, the wide stance there, keeping leverage on his side.
Will absolutely drain the blood and the energy from you, taking away that vertical stance, but Torino trying to fight back.
Torino trying to force his way towards Taylor James. He is agonisingly close, fingertips away maybe from his tag team partner. Can he get there? No, he can't, because Phillips with a devastating shot right into the left side of the face.
Maybe there is too much damage inflicted on Torino now, but he's countered with a release inverted suplex.
This is his chance. This is his chance. On Nova knew it was a chance. He's now trying to distract James. Look at this. A brawl between James and Nova on the ring apron, and James isn't in his corner. For Torino to make the tag, Brady Phillips knocks him off the apron before he can do so.
Maybe a breakdown in communication, a mistake made by James, but it's put Torino and the Rebellion on the back foot in this match again, Dave.
Nova's going to try for the win. 2 count, and Nova is getting beyond frustrated. I don't know what that noise was that emanated from Riley Nova there, but it certainly wasn't a happy one.
No, it absolutely wasn't. I think he's a little bit agitated with the referee, maybe himself a little as well.
I think he's always pretty impressed with himself. No #1 fan is Riley Nova. And Jack Torino, certainly not a member of the Riley Nova fan club, nor is Taylor James. What a suplex from Torino to get him back in, or buy himself at least a chance, maybe, to make it to his corner. Phillips, so stopping that from happening, and again getting on top, putting his body between Torino and James, now sending Torino to one of the other corners, and that was an awkward collision there. Could it be enough? No.
Almost a 3 count there by Brady Phillips. Torino taking one hell of a beating in this match. Almost getting to his partner. But again, Brady Phillips smart enough with that ring awareness.
Phillips is going to deposit Jack Torino on the top turnbuckle. Torino barely able to hold up his own weight there, and it's a highly precarious position for one half of the tag team champions.
Definitely no man's land for Torino. Phillips trying to climb to that top rope. Is Torino able to fight back?
I think Phillips was maybe thinking about a superplex. It's a relatively low ceiling in here. He had to kind of adjust his plans, and while those cogs were turning, Torino fought back a little bit.
A little bit too much time. Riley Nova is going to try what Brady Phillips couldn't achieve.
Riley Nova apparently not learning anything from what his partner just tried. Not sure Riley Nova has any cogs up there to turn. Jack Torino off the middle turnbuckle. What a clothesline from Torino.
Riley Nova looking worse for wear. Can he get over to his partner? Brady Phillips, but more importantly, can Torino make that all-important tag?
Taylor James stretching with every sinew to reach him, and reach him he does, but Brady Phillips is in as well. Taylor first to the punch, a second time, takes down Phillips. Nova comes back for more. Nova takes a kick to the abdomen. Taylor James will go to the ropes. James, Hurricane Rana, sends Nova into his own partner, and the neck breaker on Phillips forces the DDT on Riley Nova.
Impressive from James. Great action there to be able to put both men down now, running repeated uppercuts.
Taylor James, the shoulder thrust. Oh, Nova again, a miscue with his tag team partner. The kick round the back of the head. Brady Phillips is wobbling and headbutts his own partner.
Well, that's what Taylor James has to offer Rebellion and P.E.W.
Riley Nova's looking a bit more pale now, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Here comes Taylor James off the middle turnbuckle. What a move by James.
Springboard cutter.
Could that do it? Oh, it was very, very close. Very, very close indeed. But this main event for the Tag Team Championships rolls on.
Riley Nova thrown over through the middle rope onto the outside. He's certainly looking a little less tan now.
Taylor James, oh my goodness!
Almost taking the lights out here in the building. A cover!
Oh, Nova breaks it up. I don't think Brady Phillips was going to kick out on a count of 10, let alone a count of 3.
Absolutely not. You're right there. Looked like Brady Phillips was all but done.
Nova headbutts the turnbuckle courtesy of Torino, gets the high knee up. Nova escaping the ring. Phillips is going to try and steal it. Phillips is the legal man for the entitled, but Torino still kicked out.
Inseguri from Torino. Tags his partner. James is back in. He's the legal man.
James got nothing but turnbuckle there. Nova moved his partner out of the way. God, what a match this is. What a match this is.
A phenomenal match, no pun intended, Dave.
Nova and Phillips deciding what they're going to use this 2-on-1 advantage for. While Torino's on the outside, a spinning backbreaker. What a backbreaker from Brady Phillips. Nova with the overhead neck breaker. And Nova's legal. We could have new tag team champions. Nova went for the pin. And I think that moment of confusion on the part of Riley Nova may have saved the Rebellion's tag titles.
Nova taking a second too long to check where Torino was. May have cost him the win here.
to deal with a hostile crowd as well. A hostility of their own making, it has to be said, on the part of Riley Nova and Brady Phillips, but nonetheless, Fireman's carried by Nova. Taylor James escapes.
James gets a kick to the gut. Again, maybe a second too long with that fatigue that might be setting in now, Dave. Double team action. Lariat from Phillips.
Phillips has got him folded up. Phillips has got him folded up, and I don't know how on earth Taylor James from that position was able to kick out, but kick out he did.
James finding some sort of energy to kick out from that huge lariat, and his partner Torino just trying to still pull himself back up onto the apron.
Finish!
Nova and Phillips, you heard Nova shout the word finish. They believe that they are about to do just that, finish the Tag Team Championship reign of the Rebellion. Claim those championships legitimately this time for the entitled.
Is this the end for the Rebellion?
A spear from Torino! Taylor James was about to get dropped, and instead, the counter from James. Nova's shoulders are down. Did he? No, yes, no.
Kick out from Nova, just about, Dave. A big boot then from James. Both members of the
Rebellion are looking to launch themselves, possibly. They have the high ground here against the entitled. Taylor James does exactly that. And look at Torino on this side of the ring, the moonsault, wiping out Brady Phillips.
Torino fired up, putting his body on the line with that huge moonsault onto the outside. Phillips throwing Torino into the steel ring post.
If we look inside the ring, Riley Nova's in all kinds of trouble. Taylor James looking to launch himself, possibly ascending to the top. Brady Phillips is acting as a human shield for his tag team partner.
I don't think James is bothered. Big splash onto both Phillips and Nova. Dave, this could be it if James could have got that pin in early.
And Nova though, Nova's got the leg, and a kick out by Taylor James. Phillips really did take the bullet for his tag team partner, and now Nova able to plant Taylor James. Is that the moment? Will that do it? No, it will not, because Jack Torino this time, the one to save the match for the Rebellion and keep it going.
What a main event, Dave. This is off the wall, and this match is absolutely off the wall.
It's been off the ceiling a couple of times as well. That light above the ring is still not recovered.
Hopefully the maintenance man will be able to sort that. Look, we mentioned it earlier, Dave.
Yeah,
Ivy's out.
Ivy sticking her nose in, and look at this, Phillips and Nova got hold of those championship belts that they have no right to have. Oh, wait!
Chantel Jordan
equaling things up. Oh, and a miss with the belts. Double low blow from the Rebellion. Turnaround is fair play for the tag team champions.
Nova was reaching for Phillips. Phillips rolled onto the outside. Could the Rebellion capitalise here?
Nova's all on his own. Ivy's taken out. Brady Phillips is neutralised. Here comes the Rebellion.
Assisted cutter into her face. Buster rolls him up.
And the Rebellion are still the champions.
What a match! What a main event! Rebellion still your tag team champions. Ivy came out trying to stick her oar in. Chantel Jordan debuting here at P.E.W. today was having none of that. Dave, what a main event.
Incredible, and it wasn't even meant to be the main event, of course. Our scheduled main event, Styx and Martin Kirby, an incredible match in its own right earlier on, but it meant that this match headlined the show, and wow, it was a twist of fate that turned out for the better, because that was one of the best tag team matches I have seen here in the UK or anywhere in the world for a very, very long time.
I would absolutely agree, and there they are, still your tag team champions here at P.E.W. The Rebellion.
If there was any doubt, there is none anymore. Jack Torino and Taylor James are the gold standard when it comes to tag team wrestling and phenomenal elite wrestling. What a night we have had here in Stratford-Upon-Avon. Simon, a debut night on the commentary desk for you.
What a way to make my debut. What an event, because this has been a spectacle, Dave.
A spectacle it has been, and we will do it all again July 30th here in the Shottery Memorial Hall. In the meantime, from Stratford-Upon-Avon, for Simon Hill, this is Dave Bradshaw saying good night from phenomenal elite wrestling.